friends and family. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. This is our Thanksgiving week episode. So we're going to be spending some time talking about gratitude, giving thanks, and just considering Thanksgiving in general. On that note, for our good news segment, I want to focus on an organization that is doing a lot of good supporting children who live in food insecure homes. The organization is No Kid Hungry. You can find their website at nokidhungry.org. They do a lot of work to support school meal programs. They provide grants to help children in food insecurity. And they also do a lot of work in advocacy, policy development, and just raising awareness about food insecurity in the United States. That is something that is often lost on so many of us because in our country, so many of us have food so readily available, we get a little detached from it. We go to grocery stores and we readily buy food that we didn't grow, we didn't raise, that we didn't have to prepare. We can go to restaurants, we can order food in. There is so much food all around us that it's very easy to forget that some people don't have that access. And children can do very little about that. That is something that is not lost on me as an educator, that I have children in my classroom, young people who their best opportunities to eat during the day are at the school, through this school meal programs. And when they leave, they might be going to food insecure homes. And if we're not meeting those needs, it goes to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The physiological needs are the base of the pyramid. And we can't climb up that pyramid. We can't expect anyone to climb higher than striving for those physiological needs if they're not met. We are not able to expect young kids to excel academically when they're worried about what they're going to eat. So at a time when so many of us are getting ready for Thanksgiving, the holiday season, so much of that is food and the communal experience of sharing meals, it's important for us to remember that some people, many children, do not have that. That this time of year might mean something completely different to them, especially when we're not in school. And it may be an even more food insecure time for them. So if you can, check out organizations like No Kid Hungry. Contribute if possible. On their website, they have a lot of different ways that all of us can participate, can help. They have partner groups. There are fundraising opportunities and events to raise awareness. Check out nokidhungry.org. This is Family Time 86. We're talking about gratitude. This is a little step away from our regular cycle of social emotional learning competencies. We'll get back to that next week, but in our school, we've only got 2 days of class this week, just Monday and Tuesday, and then we're off for a little break for Thanksgiving. So I don't want a big activity for my students to do, and I think for our own social emotional health, it is important to practice gratitude. We do something with this every year, even if it doesn't directly tie into, I imagine I could shoehorn it into self-awareness or social awareness, something like that. But I just want to spend a little bit of time being grateful. That's what Thanksgiving is supposed to be about. Sometimes we forget that. But I specifically want all of you considering what you're grateful for, and even the things for which you are grateful that you didn't necessarily want in your life. Because gratitude is a powerful, powerful thing. If we're being grateful, it's near impossible to be angry, to be frustrated, anxious, sad, if we're really letting gratitude wash over us. I think it's such an important thing to practice. I try to do it every day. I try to do it multiple times a day. When I get up in the morning and I do a meditation and priming practice to start the day, part of that is always practicing gratitude. And I just say thank you for the things in my life. I try to do that again when I go to bed at night. No matter how tired I might be, no matter how frustrating the day might be, I try to take some time to end the day on gratitude, to focus on the things I have in my life. And something I always try to say thank you for, that I always try to be grateful for, are things that I wouldn't have sought out. Things like challenges and hardships. I always try to say thank you for those things because those things usually teach me the most. I get the most out of having to push through those struggles. So I'm grateful for them. The other thing that does is it takes the power away from those challenges and it gives it back to us. It's hard to do when we're in the middle of a challenging situation. When I experienced a lot of my health problems, really from the time I was about 28 to 32 years old, I had a long stretch of health problems and surgeries and things like that. There were times, especially early on, that I felt pretty sorry for myself. And I kind of went through the process of, why me? But I realized that I needed to flip the script on that, that I couldn't sit and wallow, that was not doing me any good. So I tried to be first grateful for the things I still had in my life. Even when I didn't feel like I had my physical health, I was grateful for the abilities I still had, for the opportunities I still had. I was grateful to live in a place and have a job that allowed me to get great medical care. I was grateful for my family, for my friends. In a lot of ways, it helped me be more grateful for the important things in my life. It helped strip away all the nonsense, all the extra things we sometimes spend so much time worrying about. Those things that are so superficial. It helped me zero in on what was really important and meaningful, on the things that gave me a sense of purpose. Then I could start even being grateful for those challenges. Not just grateful for the positive things I still had, but being grateful for the hardships themselves. Where I could say, okay, this thing, even though it's difficult, even though I wouldn't seek it out, even though I might want this to end, I am grateful for what it has given me. Those difficult situations gave me an opportunity to develop a lot of perspective, to develop a lot of inner strength and focus. I'm very grateful for that. That's what I want all of us doing this week. Is try to think about where we can really be grateful. Yes, for the good fortune we have, for the good things in our lives. But if we can start to be grateful for even the things that might seem negative, that are difficult, then we can change everything. Then we become so empowered because we're not avoiding the hardships, we're embracing them. We start to see them as opportunities to learn and grow and take steps down the path toward who we want to be and what we want to do. So be grateful for this week. Be grateful for all of the good things and for the difficult things that will lead us to where we want to go. Much love. My blog post this week is thank you. And it was just me thinking this week about Thanksgiving, about gratitude, about how I say thank you every day to myself while I'm meditating, while I'm trying to lay down and go to bed at night. When I say thank you, I'm not saying it to anyone or anything in particular. I'm just sort of putting it out into the universe in the simplest and sincerest way I know how. That is to simply say, thank you for this. I have so many things to be thankful for in my life. I'm so thankful for my children, that they are healthy, that they're cool, that I love being around my kids, that I get to be their dad. I'm thankful for my parents. As a teacher, I'm so aware of the impact parents have on their children, how they can really set them up for success or really make things hard on them by the support and the environment they're creating at home. I'm thankful for my brothers who've always been there for me, who I wish I would have been a little better big brother to when I was younger. But we're tight now. We're friends. I wouldn't trade them for anything. I'm thankful for the friends I have that are like family. I'm thankful for the family I have that have always been my friends. I grew up in this big, sprawling family full of cousins that's who I hung out with. That's who I had sleepovers with. That's who I had birthday parties with. It's a pretty special thing. And for those friends who have become family, I've been so lucky to, different stages of my life, find people who I connect with, who I feel if I needed something, they'd come running. That carries a lot of weight with me. I'm thankful for the roof over my head, for the food on my table, for the clothes in my closet. I've got more than any man needs. I'm thankful for that. I realize I'm lucky to have those things. I try to actually enjoy them, to recognize how fortunate I am. I'm thankful for the difficult things I've had in my life, for all the challenges that have taught me so many lessons. That's something I say every time I'm practicing my gratitudes, I say thank you for my challenges and the strength to overcome them. I say thank you for that ahead of time, for the challenges I've had and the challenges I know are coming. Because there's always going to be challenges. There are always going to be unforeseen hardships. And I try to say thank you for those things. But I follow it up by saying thank you for the strength to overcome them, no matter what they are. I try to live in that belief that I will be able to overcome those things, and I'll be able to turn that hardship into a benefit, into a learning opportunity. So I say thank you for those things. That's the blog post this week. It's pretty simple. I say thank you and list out a bunch of things for which I'm thankful, and I could go on and on much longer than that. But during this season, during this holiday, when we're supposed to give thanks, it's important to do so. And if possible, to actually thank the other people in our lives who impact us. Thank you to all of you who listen to these things or watch these things, read what I write about. I appreciate you sharing some of your time with me. Much love. This week's episode is dedicated to canned cranberry sauce. Because nothing says first class like a gelatinous fruit paste in the shape of a can. Now, from me to you, this is kind of a short episode. We're just focusing on being grateful. It is Thanksgiving week. Keep it pretty short and sweet for the episode this week, but sincerely, spend a little time really considering everything in your life and the positive things you've gotten from all of those things. Even the things that weren't desirable at the time, the things you weren't seeking out. Try to take control of those by being grateful for what they provided. You don't have to be grateful for the entire thing. There can certainly be things in our lives that we don't have to like, that we can be upset about things. But if you really want to take their power, if you really want to utilize the challenges in your life, start being grateful for the things they provide. Be grateful for everything that you have. Even if it feels like sometimes you don't have a lot. Spend some time seeking those things out. Also, try to focus on some other people. Try to provide some things for those who maybe don't have as much to be thankful for as you do. Contribute to organizations like No Kid Hungry. Try to just inspire people, impact people in a positive way. It's great for us to focus on all the good things we have. But when we have those things, it's important for us to share, to give back, to contribute. That's how we raise the tide for all ships. Have a great week. Love yourself. Love each other. Love the fight.